I want to make it absolutely clear that our constitution already has a presidential candidate for our party. And that presidential candidate is clearly stated in the constitution of our party. And it is the party leader. And it is the party leader speaking.
Yes, so welcome back, guys, to this channel. And if you are new, actually just subscribe to this channel, because this tulisema is a safe place to everyone. Hapa ndo ni ile tunaongelelea what is actually, naweza sema in an umbrella way, it's a safe place yenye tunaongelelea the current issues zenye zina happen to the country. And of course, number one being the fact that tuli cross over from 2025 to 2026, and I hope that 2026 is inawapeleka poa. Me personally naweza sema I'm good na 2026 so far so good, and I hope that itakuwa kama 2025, because 2025 ilikanyaga watu wengi, but nimeona venye mme crossover celebration zenu hazikuangusha sana compared to some other countries zenye maybe siwezi taka kusema, but I hope ni wote mko fine. And as you are noticing, siko kwa the original place setup yenye maybe mmezoea, and the reason being kuna story fulani nimeona hapa, and I realized that nafaa kuichangamkia very fast, and expect more of this. Sometimes naweza kosa kukua kwa the original setup and nikuwe place ingine, but still cinema pia lazima ikimbia, si ndio? So if you're wondering the story I'm talking about, kuna this story ya the ODM party leader Oburu Odinga, yenye alikuwa anasema that atakuwa ana vai or maybe atajipeana to be a presidential candidate if the party stands alone. And it keeps me wondering, like kuna hizi rumors zenye zimekuwa zikihappen, sometimes rumors wanasemanga ikwangi mbali na uongo, and why am I saying that it's a rumors? Because ODM is one party yenye imekuwa ikijulikana to be one of those parties zenye they are very strong, and of course the reason I'm saying it's one of the strongest parties is because there is no party yenye may run for all that long. 20 years is quite a long time. Of course kuna zile zenye zili rule for quite some time, but in such an era, ODM stands to be one of those strong parties. Of course pia the fact that imekuwa iki cross shoulders na the governments of the day. Remember, imesumbuana na gava ya Ruto, imesumbuana na gava ya Unye, na pia to some extent gava ya Kibaki pia. So remember ODM was formed way back in 2005. Yeah, 5, because recently walikuwa na celebrate their 20 years. Now, I digress, sorry. So nilikuwa naongelelea history ya Oburu Odinga saying that I'm just about to play for you that video, but before I play that video, you guys know that kumekuwa na a lot of fracas in ODM. Kuna wale who are pro-government, kuna wale wenye they are not that pro-government. Sorry, nitakuwa naangalia hii lights kama bado inawaka, because kidogo niwaambia mkini support tutanunua those serious microphones, but mtani forgive, nitakuwa naiangalia. So nilikuwa naongea about the fracas in the ODM party, and kama umekuwa so keen in the political scene, utarealize that ODM is divided. There are two groups. Kuna wale wana support the government of the day, claiming that the late Raila Odinga left them in the government, and kuna wale pia wanasema that they cannot join this government because maybe there are some agreements that they have not achieved according to what the two sides, that is ODM and UDA, walisign against. And imekuwa na a lot of can I say tug of war. Naona nivute ni kuvute between both sides. And if you notice, you realize that I've been looking at the comments. Wajua lazima uangalie pia what the people are actually saying. And I've realized that wase wanasema that there is a central force yenye maybe inaweza kuwa ina take part in dividing the two sides, and that is the ruling or the government of the day and headed by President William Ruto. So wasa wanasema that Ruto may be part of what is actually taking place in ODM, though Ruto aja come out to claim, but according to vitu zenye amekuwa akisema, if you have the third or the sixth brain, you can truly tell what is actually happening in the party. And nataka tu tusikize kitu yenye Oburu alisema before labda tuendelee kuchambua hii story. Acha tusikie Oburu alisemaje.
For the end of the year, our party shall have known whether we are going it alone or we are going to go into coalition with other parties, and we shall have by that time known whom we are going with into the political coalition, if any, or we are going it alone. And of course, if we are going it alone, I want to make it absolutely clear that our constitution already has a presidential candidate for our party. And that presidential candidate is clearly stated in the constitution of our party. And it is the party leader. And it is the party leader speaking. I am the presidential candidate for ODM if ODM decides that it goes it alone. So anybody who is preparing himself to go for presidential election in ODM, I think is misplaced. If they want to go for presidential candidacy, they should look for another party. But this particular party, the presidential candidacy is already decided by its own constitution. So we are going to...
Yeah, so basically what Oburu is actually saying here is just to paint that picture. Oburu is saying that there are there is the party constitution, and the constitution clearly says that the flag bearer of the party that is now towards the ballot party itakuwa na flag bearer. And who is this flag bearer? The flag bearer is the party leader. And who is the party leader? Definitely is him. But on the other side pia kumekuwa na a lot of vuta ni kuvute between the ODM party. Kuna split vile tu nilikuwa nimesema hapo mbele. There is group 1 yenye imebeba Oburu, imebeba Gladys Wanga, imebeba those CSs wenye wali transition from being opposition to the government. And these, let me say that they are the pro-government in ODM. And then sasa kuna wale the anti-government wenye wako ODM. And who am I talking about? Naongelelea mtu kama Sifuna, naongelelea mse kama Caleb Hamisi, naongelelea mtu kama Winnie Odinga. I'm also talking about someone like Sifuna. And I want to draw the attention I want to single it down into two people. Kuna one side iko na Oburu Odinga, kuna one side iko na someone like Winnie Odinga. And if you look at these sides, if you've been keen on what is actually happening, you'll realize that this side wanasema Raila told them this, this side ingine wanasema Raila told us this. So which brings the question, what did Raila really want for the party? Like was it a one-man show, and now the fact that Raila Odinga died imeleta hiyo like a split, because maybe people are actually confused. Raila was quite a force that to me na feel ODM was like a one-man show. And correct me if I'm wrong, from just the words zenye zina take place, and of course pia kitu yenye Oburu ameongelelea, uta realize that hiyo vuta ni kuvute, it's actually causing such a serious damage to the ODM party, to an extent that now the UDA people really need to be very careful. But pia najua mseka Ruto si fala, Ruto pia si fala, najua pia kuna venye anakacheza, because for a one man mwenye alidefeat a whole system and clinched into power, si msee mwenye anaweza tu amka tu one day na akue fala because maybe a political party in a split. And that's why nimesema hapa that kuna wase wanamuaccuse of being the middleman between all these fracas. Kuna mse anasema that ODM ikisambaratika, probably it will be a plus for UDA. And is that true? I believe that it could be true, because ODM is one of those parties zenye tunasema zilikuwa a force in this country. Ni zile parties zenye zimecause a lot of can I say zimecause a lot of should I say the shaking, unajua tanda, zimetingiza a lot of government, right from government ya Kibaki, it came to government ya Unye, it came to government ya Ruto, and all these ODM has stood out to be that party, and at some point they normally find themselves into the government. And now that Raila died, and now ODM is left under another leadership which is already split, and that's why nilikuwa naleta hiyo contrast between the two people, Oburu Odinga and Winnie Odinga, being in two sides. Ingekuwa other people tungesema that these are people wenye maybe they are trying to protect their interest, but whose interest is Winnie trying to protect? Whose interest is Oburu trying to protect? So unaona, like, these are people from the family, and Oburu is the brother, Winnie is the daughter, and now if these two people are split, and now person A is having their own followers, person B is also having their own followers, it brings a lot of chaos in ODM as a party. And if Oburu is saying that ODM it has stand alone in 2027, if at all it has stand alone, they will bring their own candidate. If at all they will merge, then they will have to support the government of the day. What does that tell you? It tells you that kuna double minds in the party. And is the opposition in the party winning? I can say yes, the opposition in the party is actually winning, because if you can watch the speech ya Unye akiongea about those people wenye they are in the party, yes, but they are trying to please the government. And now the fact that wanakosa mse wa kupoint, they have now to point this person is go and watch that speech by Uhuru. If you have not watched it, you realize what I'm actually talking about. And is that true? I think yes, it's turning out to be true, because I don't want to put my own idea, especially, and that's why nilikuwa nasemanga topics kama hizi zenye to some extent zinakuanga sensitive. It is important that maybe I bring in someone mwenye labda anaweza tusaidia to understand some of these things, so that maybe ilete hiyo equilibrium between what I'm actually thinking vis-a-vis what maybe someone else's opinion might be. But if asked, what I'm actually thinking is that if ODM continues the way it's continuing, then it might lose its course. It might lose its course, and this one it has already started being, because you know why I'm saying this. You see, kuna hii infotrack analysis yenye ilitoka juzi saying that Babu Owino is now like the next person who people are seeing is the best person to succeed Raila Odinga. And hii imeleta a lot of confusion, because hapo awali, before this analysis kutolewa or survey so to say, kulikuwa na hii kitu ya there is no way mtu kama Babu anaweza nini succeed Raila's legacy. Number one, because maybe some people feel that he's still young, and or some people don't just find mtu kama Babu sweeter to succeed Raila. But what does the ground say? The ground maybe inasema something different, and therefore let's just wait and see how this thing will arise. I've seen a lot of people when they were so vocal when these things zilikuwa zina come out, waka nini, right now they are very silent. But what does their silence mean? Niliona juzi mse kama Babu Owino ameanza kufunguliwa mashtaka. Ground inasema that ameanza kufuatwa politically. Is this thing new? No, this thing is not new at all, because we've seen vitu kama hizi before. If you are not pro-government or if you are opposing the government of the day will always come after you. Naona, so I actually expected kitu kama hii ita happen, but we are here to see venye itaendelea as the days go by. And mine was just to pose a question here right now that do you think ODM will form will form a strong nini, is it bond with the citizen to an extent that it form its own like itaenda kwa ballot mansolo, ama do you think that they will co-join to form a government with the government of the day, so like that UDA and ODM emerge so that maybe they form the government? Or do you think that ODM will form its own government, and like it will form its own structures, it push a candidate to vie for presidency in 2027, that's next year? So that's question to you. Mimi nikiulizwa naweza sema we are still yet to experience more. Hizi vita ziko kwa ODM zina open up other windows zenye maybe sisi hatukuwa tunaweza ona, but if you have the sixth sense you can actually predict where this one is taking us. But I don't want to talk about it and then it turns out not to be exactly the same way nilikuwa anticipate. But I'm sure everyone can actually see where this one is taking us. So guys, just tell me hapo chini, what do you think? Do you think the government of the day will form a coalition with ODM so that now they form another government towards the second part of Ruto's leadership? Or do you think ODM will be a one-man army so that they face now Ruto UDA? But sidhani. Tell me what you think hapo mbele, hapo chini, sorry, and we see how this goes. So subscribe to this channel, make sure you hit that notification bell, share this video. Nilisema mkitu support, we build a community so that tujaribu ku understand exactly some of these things vile zina happen. Now I'm sure things will turn out. Things are yet to happen, man. Things are yet to happen, but we hope everything will go on well. But we always expect surprises when it comes to the political world. But anyway, for now, tujue hapo comment section vile mtasema, and we'll pick it from there manze in the next episode.